All right, another great guest here in studio as we have some Riveting Radio Real Estate with Dawn Pannell. Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning, Jeff.
Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning. How are you?
We've got a wonderful listing to talk about here today.
We do. This is an exciting one. I always love it when I get to list waterfront because it's so much fun to go out and look at it.
Oh, yes.
This is a great place on Benson Loop Road, which is out looking across Pickering Passage toward Squaxin Island.
Uh-huh.
So it's 85 feet of I would say somewhere between low bank and medium bank. It's got a bulkhead built in, but it's really deep water through there. So lots of possibilities for mooring boats and all that kind of thing. The house, the main house is new in 2015, so fairly recent. It has gorgeous finishes.
I'm at the fixtures in the kitchen right now. The backsplash is very nice.
It's very nice. Yeah, they really they did a great job picking out all these finishes. It's got hardwood floors throughout, or laminate floors throughout, and really pretty. And every single room has a fantastic view, either of the water or of the back garden. They've done a lot of work with plantings, and it's very, very pretty. So the deal with this property, it's 2.65 acres. So fairly long, narrow lot.
Sure.
And there was an original house on it that was built in 1996. And these folks bought that original house. And unfortunately, in the middle of doing all of their remodeling, there was a landslide that happened, which is actually fairly common along those waterfront areas like that. There's a lot of clay, and that tends to slide. So, of course, they moved out of that place right away, and it's kind of empty now. It's basically taken back to the studs because, like I say, they were in the middle of remodeling, and then they built this new place back a ways, and this place is solid as a rock.
Sure.
The stem walls on this thing are like 3 feet thick. It's pretty amazing. It's not going anywhere, and it's built up high enough so that you're looking out over the top of the original house. And the county has been there and taken a look at this thing, and they have determined that if someone were to get proper permits and geotech reports and all that kind of thing, they could rebuild the original house.
The house. So as I look at the picture, it is closer to the beach. Is that where
it is? It is down closer to the beach, but there's a road that goes down, or a little drive that goes down to it. The county rules for additional dwellings on a piece of property say that it has to be under 1,000 square feet. So you would have to do some trimming back on that original house to use it as an additional dwelling, but it can be done. Or you could just tear it down and put a big deck down there or something.
And those are the pictures that we see of the open walls?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the original house. So actually it's closer to the water. It's got a great view too.
Sure.
And there are other houses down kind of in a line with that one. So somebody could go in and finish remodeling it and use it as a vacation rental or mother-in-law house or kid's house or whatever you wanted to do. Or again, as I say, you could tear it down and build a big deck down there and have more access down to the water. But it's a gorgeous view. You look out and see this beautiful blue water and the island straight across, and just a great way to be facing. It's real desirable on sort of that exposure side of so it's a beautiful house, 2,200 square feet, finished in the new house, but again, lots of potential for more square footage and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's very, very pretty. I would encourage everybody to take a look at the pictures, and we had a guy with a drone go through and take some really cool pictures of the view that you're going to see from this place. So it's great. The whole upstairs, I don't know, it's hard to tell on the pictures, but the whole upstairs is basically one big room. They're using it right now as an office area, and again, great views out of those upstairs windows, but I could see it being a bunk room or putting walls up and making another bedroom or two up there. The master bedroom downstairs is gorgeous. It looks out on the back garden and has a huge walk-in closet and a huge bathroom, and just very, very well thought out. I love it when I see houses that are that people really put some thought into and build them to be breathtaking, and this one really is. Yeah.
What letter are we on here, Dawn? We were trying to figure that out here today.
I had to go back and look too. I believe we are on M today. And that's an exciting one because that stands for Multiple Listing Service, which is the MLS that you hear so much about. And what that is sort of a clearinghouse for all of the listings that all agents that belong to the Multiple Listing Service put into a centralized data bank.
Okay.
So that's kind of the place to go to see all of the latest things from all agents, from all agencies. So you're not limited, for example, to just John L. Scott listings. You see listings from all of the other agents in the area too. And it covers, in our case, the whole state. So the first thing I do every morning when I sign onto my computer is I open up my multiple listing page and I see all of the new listings, all of the back on the market listings, all of the pending listings, all of the reduced price listings, all of the sold listings. And I think most agents tend to do that. So they see everything that's happening in our market for that day.
How come some houses show up on some listing sites and some don't show up on listing sites?
It just depends on the agreements that the agents have with that particular listing. In our case, at John L. Scott, we are, of course, on the Multiple Listing Service, and then we're also on Zillow and Redfin. And,
so it's an additional service feature.
Yes, and it's usually as a result of some franchise fee or some licensing agreement with the main office.
Can regular folk go check out the MLS listings, or do we have to be a realtor?
You have to be a realtor to get to the realtor page that I see, but there is MLS for civilians, I guess, for lack of a better word. Commoners, yes. Right. Right. That you can go on. And what you would do is just go onto your browser and just type in Multiple Listing Service, and it'll take you to a page where you can get information. You don't get all of the information because they don't want you to see the contact information for the sellers, for example.
Oh, yeah.
But you'll see all of the pictures and all of the details from each listing.
And those are updated every 24 hours, if not more.
Some of them are updated every 10 minutes. Wow. So, boy, now people are more into wanting instantaneous information. So they've really worked hard to make sure that you can get that.
Well, I imagine right by now, I mean, you have one house listed or whatever, and within 15 minutes, you got 6 showings and
exactly
3 offers and this, that, and the other thing.
Exactly. In this market. Yeah. Which is kind of frustrating for buyers because a lot of times by the time they see it, it's already been shown and got an offer on it. So, yeah. So you really have to do a little more work now to stay on top of things. But again, that's why.
It's pending.
Yeah, right. Pending inspection usually. Right. But again, that's another good reason to be working with a realtor because, again, as I said, the realtor is going to be looking at that at least first thing every morning and probably multiple times throughout the day to see what's happening and and then they can send it out to you right away, or you can sign up with a Redfin or one of those to get those notices on your phone. John L. Scott has a great app that you can sign up for, and they'll give you updates and new on the market information.
Well, I know you got to get to a signing, so give us the details on the contact information and all that good stuff.
Yes, a fun signing today. That's always exciting. It's always exciting. Folks can reach me at 360-490-4493, or they can come and see me on the corner of 3rd and Railroad. And again, if I'm not there, they'll know where I am.
Very nice. Good to see you, Don.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
It's going to be a nice one.
Don't let that signer give you too much guff today.
No. I'll keep her in line.